Hey, what is up, everybody? I'm finally getting back to making some videos after combining my businesses. It was kind of hectic. Anyhow, this reading today is going to be for my Capricorn suns, my Scorpio moons, earth and water signs. That's going to be these top cards here. And then the general collective is down here. And this first column is love, second column is money, third column is inner work, and then we're going to have this oracle card at the end as kind of maybe a little bit of softening of the blows, because I kind of bring it raw when I do tarot readings. So that being said, we are going to start with the Capricorn Sun, Scorpio moons. Let me make sure that it actually is Capricorn. Yeah, okay. Wheeshoo! Anyhow, so in regards to love, you have the King of Pentacles coming up in the reverse, or King of Stones in this deck. King of Pentacles is really about this disciplined and controlling person. The reverse aspect of it is maybe they're losing a little bit of self-control. Maybe they're really kind of feeling disconnected. And I'm going to turn this card right side up so you can see it more clearly. So this is this lone person kind of howling at the moon. Moon is a symbol of the subconscious, the illusions we might see in fear. So this person is really losing their self-control through all of this. So if you're dating this person, maybe not the best choice. Now, if you're this person and you're in a relationship, this is kind of calling you to find your inner strength and resolve and navigate through this, because you can really pull other people down. And I know that we have this concept of relationships really being where this person's supposed to support you, this, that, and the other, and that's true to an extent. But if we're not self-supportive, we're going to stay in unhealthy relationships, and we're going to make some unhealthy choices at times. So just kind of learn to support yourself. And if you're dating that person, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but you can't do the work for them, and you really have to evaluate if they're worth being in your life. Now we're going to go to the general collective here. General collective has Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles really is about, what's the word I'm looking for here? Insecurity, poverty, worry. In this deck, it's called endurance. So this to me is saying you're in a relationship that isn't that fulfilling, rewarding. Both of these are kind of lining up in some regard, but in different aspects. So in this, you're kind of trying to ride out the storm within the relationship, or within being single and wanting a relationship. But ultimately, what's going to create the change? Because if you notice here, there's that fire. Fire is a symbol of creativity, manifestation. It's going to be learning how to create that spark despite the outside circumstances. So really, this is a time of pulling back. If you notice in this card, this person is kind of hunkered down. Focusing your resets, your assets and resources. Wow. Focusing your assets and resources. And then putting forth the energy in this very streamlined and focused way towards what you're getting. So many times, especially in the modern world, our dating approach is throwing all of this energy out to all these different angles, whether it's dating apps, whether it's meeting all these different people, and that's incredibly great at times, but it's also exhausting. Pull back, kind of restructure your approach, focus energy, move forward. Now, we're going to go to the general collective here, so we're not always giving the Capricorn Sun, Scorpio moons, earth and water signs their stuff first. And this one here is about money. So the general collective is coming into Three of Cups. Three of Cups is about friendship and community. So it's about this ability to generate, what's the word I'm looking for? Happiness and money through friendship and community. And this would be like, in the sense of Napoleon Hill, creating a mastermind, getting around a group of like-minded people that can help you cultivate money, or making sure the people that you're working with at your job or whatever you're doing are helping you uplifting you and helping you achieve maximum productivity and maximum results from your time and energy. So much of our ability to create wealth or money or things like that is relative to the people that we surround ourselves with and the conversations that we and they have. So it's incredibly important that you're around the right types of people, and also having your emotions be balanced and stable allows you to create money more easily. If you're always frustrated, it's going to be pushing a lot of resources away. So learning to be happy, healthy, and free is incredibly important. Humans are social creatures, and although I struggle with this, I completely understand the concept. You need people in your life to be happy. Point blank. Boom. Now back to my Cap Sun, Scorpio moons, earth and water signs. Here's their little tip on the money. You got Ace of Bows, Ace of Wands in traditional tarot. It's about this inspiration or creation. This is an incredibly powerful card, and it's saying y'all can create some good money, but you have to follow that inspiration, that passion, that drive. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, money's not going to come to you. If you're not putting in the footwork, money's not going to come to you. You also have this fire energy here, though, where if you're able to get that inner fire about what you're doing, you're going to be more than incredibly successful. One of the things that's incredibly interesting here, though, too, is it has this arrow by the bow. In this deck, the arrows are relative to swords. Swords are relative to thought in traditional tarot. This is saying that when you focus your thoughts on the goal at hand, it creates this spark. That spark then combusts what you're working on. Then you have this roaring fire. And as you have this roaring fire, things are going to be compelled to come to you. It's kind of that whole Field of Dreams things. If you build it, they will come. If you are able to have that laser focus, kind of that we talked about in this card here for the general collective, if you're able to have the laser focus about how you're making money or how you're pursuing money, you're going to be incredibly successful. And if it's just about the money, though, you're not. You're going to need to have some of those concepts that we had for the general collective come in, about community, friendship, and having this whole sense of, what's the word I'm looking for? Camaraderie in the pursuit of money. You don't look at the paper chase as competition. Look at it as all of us can win, and try to find out how to help other people. And with that, I'm going to move on. Now, we're going to do the inner work card for the Capricorn Sun, Scorpio moons, earth and water signs. Y'all got the Page of Arrows or Page of Swords in traditional tarot. And this is about just being curious and energetic. The inner work for you right now, for you guys, is rekindling that curiosity, asking questions. When we make statements, we limit ourselves so much, and so much of our problem, or anyone's problem moving forward, is thinking that things are definitively always going to be the way that they are, and not having an open mind that there's a different possibility. When you open your mind to new possibilities, which is kind of where the curiosity comes in, you allow new things to happen. Instead of looking at situations and instantly writing them off, you say, well, what if? Can I try this? What's the worst that could happen if it does go bad? And what could happen if it goes right? And you have this whole sense of evaluating things from a logical standpoint. Now, energetic is just getting charged up about what you're doing. This time of year, it's incredibly easy for people to lose some of their ambition, their drive, their force behind what they're trying to create, where they want to go with their life, because there's all of these other distractions with the holidays, with travel, with this, with that. It's exhausting, to put it in one word. This is asking you to spark up that energy again. Right now is a time of, and again, it goes back to this endurance card, channeling all of your interest, passion, and all that stuff, and reconsolidating it in a big way. That way, as it goes forward, you're putting your energy in this one laser focused point. And we're like, think of it this way. During the winter, there's seeds in the ground that had fallen off at fall, and they're waiting to germinate in spring. This is this germination period. Although everything is cold, those seeds are there. And as soon as, like, the last freeze is over or whatever, those roots begin to grow. Right now, You're laying dormant, making the plan, but you still need to build up your energy. And some of that metaphor is kind of lost, but you get the general premise, hopefully. Anyhow, moving on to the general collective, your inner work. You got Page of Cups or Page of Vessels in this deck, and that's saying synchronicity and creativity. Right now, you got to tap into your emotions. Look at how some of the external situations are representative of your internal situations, especially how your emotions are kind of painting the external trappings of the outside world. Really, really look at that. And then the creativity aspect is understanding how much your emotions are actually creating everything that you're experiencing. This is asking you to pull back and be grounded and look at things, which I'm a water sign personally, and I hate to kind of blend these two together. Separating myself from my emotions can be incredibly difficult, but when I stand on this kind of high ground that you see the otter standing on in this card and looking down on the emotions overall, water is a symbol for emotions in general. But when you see that, it gives you this whole perspective and it will allow you to navigate things more smoothly. So right now, your inner work really is just figuring out, what's the word I'm looking for? First off, how to create sync in your life, how to create these synchronicities and how to utilize them. But then also understanding that the more power you're able to, the more you're able to harness the power of your emotions rather than have the power of your emotions channel you, the more you're going to create what you want out of life in general. Now, my final card for my Capricorn suns, Scorpio moons, earth and water signs, and the general collective in general. This is for everybody. Healing tools. Healing tools is really just asking us to remember we have the power to change within all of us at any given moment. It's a conscious decision that we can make different choices and being open to the possibility that there's a whole new perspective for us. And it goes into kind of the whole flavor of this reading where it comes down to where you're focusing your energy, how you choose to approach situations, the people that you surround yourself with, and the conscious decision there. The other thing about this, and I think that this is interesting too, there's dolphins on the card. And the way that I like to interpret these dolphins in particular, so they're water-dwelling mammals. Water, again, is a symbol of the emotions. These are land-based creatures. These are rational creatures, I guess. Not land-based, but they're air-breathing. So you would associate that more frequently with land-based. So they're able to breathe air, so they're not completely drowning in their emotions. They're able to apply intellect and reasons to not. That's the angle that I need to take. Air is about thoughts and intellect. They're able to breathe air, thought and intellect, and then swim through and navigate their emotions. The more that you're able to do that, the more you're able to transform. And I want to say that there's like a symbol of the caduceus there, which is this healing symbol. Applying thought to emotions will completely revolutionize your life, because then all of this energy that you spend with depression, anger, jealousy, all of these different feelings, the more that you get clear on why you're feeling that way, the more action you can take to resolve those problems, the more action that you take to resolve those problems or to find the solution there, the more able you are to channel that energy towards what's actually meaningful for you. I like to do this analogy, and this is the last thing that I'll say. All of these different little subconscious processes or these unhealthy emotions are like apps in our mind. And if you've ever had a cell phone where you have too many apps open, and you try to open up the app that you really want, we'll just say that for this analogy, the app is focus. Like, we'll just say it's focus. How the hell can you focus? Like, focus isn't going to load if you have anger, jealousy, resentment, all of these other things running. So you have to swipe up on those. And the ability to apply thought and reason to emotions is that swiping up within your brain. It's clearing out your channel so the good things can flow. Anyhow, I think I spent enough time on this. I'm going to try to do like 3 of these pre-recorded videos a week, see how that works. And then I'm also going to try to do 1 to 2 live videos a week, just because I don't want it to get stagnant, and I got to keep you guys on your toes. I can't give you all the content all the time. But anyhow, I hope that y'all have a blessed holiday season no matter what your beliefs are. And I'm going to be doing a new moon recorded reading, new moon, new year type thing. But then I'm also going to be going live for New Year's Eve next week as well. So that should be exciting. And I'll even do a pre-recorded year ahead reading also. But anyhow, if you could like this video on YouTube or Facebook, subscribe to my channel if you're on YouTube. There's a little Phoenix logo down below. Just click that. Boom. You can subscribe. Leave me a comment wherever you hear this if this resonates with you. If it doesn't, if you'd rather see me do something different, I'm here for you guys, really. So let me know what's up. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Peace.